It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Jones, Ntilikina out there with Jones, and it's Davies in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Cannon. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Over to the wing. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. And Jones pulls it down. About a minute played so far here in the first. Davies kicks to Ntilikina. No good with the wing jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Stolen. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now here's Jones. That three off the mark. Here's Cannon. Down low. No good with the layup.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Jones, no one around him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's the three. Ntilikina with the rebound. Jones, the pass to Jones. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. From past the arc. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Bunga. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Cannon. Fires for three. And Jones pulls it down. Cannon's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Bunga. The quick look, no good that time.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Cannon can't hit.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Davies. Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. No good on the three. Cannon looking over the floor. The three connects from three-point range. Cannon's got 5 points so far. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Basket counts.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Clock at 6. Driving to the basket. Up and in on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And it's blocked. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends. What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
There's a screen. From deep Washington. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's the break. Here's Nedovic. Got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Bollenboy passes to Nedovic. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now, here's Washington. Guarded closer. Nailed from three-point land. Washington's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Dos Santos lays it up and banks it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
From deep, Washington sinks the triple. Washington's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Kalinic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Dos Santos, defended by Pokusevski. Dos Santos, offensive rebound. Here's Mitrovic. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. Second chance shot, and it's good off the back rim and in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Washington, that's good.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
It's a close game here in L.A. He can't get that one. Dos Santos, defended by Pokusevski. Pass to Nedovic. Beyond the arc. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Pokusevski. From down in the low post, it goes. Pokusevski's got his first points in this one. Dos Santos, he's covered by Washington. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pokusevski with the ball. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Mitrovic, defended by Pokusevski. Dos Santos, and that one good. 8 points for him.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he drives in, powered down with both hands.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Yeah, and he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here's Washington. He's got 9. Pokusevski can't hit. Here's Boy. Dos Santos. He's covered by Washington. He gets that one.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Kept alive. And that one is hammered home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And we finished one half of basketball. They're up by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your...
And now, not a bad... Thanks for spending half...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pass to Cannon. Here's the screen over Jones. Cannon can't hit. Cannon's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Ntilikina out there with Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3 slot. So starting the second half, here's who Phil Jackson has on the floor.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. The Magic superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. Just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA, thanks. Cannon can't hit.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
On the basket by Jones. 90 seconds now into the second half. To the right side. Just 5 on the clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's Ntilikina. Comes up empty down low.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Stolen by Jones. 4-on-3 break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Frank Ntilikina brings outstanding size to the position. It's about playing with confidence and playing under control on the offensive end.
He doesn't get the second one. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Such a wide open look. Now Jones. He's got 6. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Jones has got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. That's up a 3. And Jones pulls it down. Now here's Jones. Defense is right there.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Ntilikina looking it over. Pass to Davies. This one for 3. Here's Jones.
First personal foul.
.149 left to play in the third. And he banks in the layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Jones from outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Here's Cannon, defended by Jones. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Ntilikina. Here's the 3. No good there. 50 seconds left to play in the third. There's Cannon with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Cannon's got 5 points now this quarter.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Bonga, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. The layup off target.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Second team.
The first one falls.
Shooting for the away team.
Both good from the line that time. It's tipped, and that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep. Oh, he got it to go!
How about that? That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. They're up by 8. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, I listened in on Phil Jackson's huddle. Told his guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Thank you, David.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Wasted no time on that one.
3 points.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Dos Santos. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Washington. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
6 to shoot. Kolinic. Offensive rebound. Ball boy. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
There's a good screen to tie it up. Lundberg shot's good. Lundberg's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the inside. Here's Mitrovic, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? A miss that time would have put him up. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
For 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Washington, that's good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for one three-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
We've got 1:55 left in the 4th. Jacks up a 3. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Jones for 3. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. And they're running. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. They set the pick. Here's Bunga. It's good.
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Here's the teardrop. Good.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Outside, Jones. From deep three-point land. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
We've got 33 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Ripped away. And so they get the victory here at home. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin,
and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Fires from deep. No good there. And there's the screen. Shot clock at 6. There's the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And that one's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. The offensive rebound. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's the 3. Hits the three-pointer.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Beyond the arc. Another shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul. Second.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
The first one falls. That one falls, so he hits both of them. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5. Gets the 3 to fall. 6 points for him.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open 3s like that. What are you doing?
They set the screen. He takes it in. And that one's good.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Here's Balmaro. That one's good for 2.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
4-3. Out left to the wing. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Brooks. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Away team foul. Armani Brooks. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your home team. 0.
And so he makes both from the line. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Releases. Shot is good off the back rim and in. There's the triple. That one doesn't drop. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Brooks has got 6 points.
And this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
Launches a three. He can't hit that time. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
That puts him in the lead. He's got 10.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Take it away. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Leading by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And the shot goes down.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Nedovic. The three is up. Connects from downtown.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Pass to Mirotic. Puts up a three. Not going to go that time. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
From deep three-point land. That shot, no good.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. That one goes. Count it. He has 7.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Shot to stop the run. To the left wing. The three is up. Oh, and that miss makes him 0 for 4. Not a great start.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Fires in the triple.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
And he makes it on the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And there's the drive.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Minute 32 left to play in the first half. Here's Nedovic. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Six on the shot clock. Takes a three. Can't get it to drop.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. He drops it from range. He's got 5. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Jacks up a 3. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. On the take. Count the basket.
Number 1, assisted by Mirotic.
So it's the home team now. They've led by as many as 11. 17 seconds left in the first half of this one. Hits a three-pointer.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Fires the 3. No luck on that one. And that's not gonna go. And that'll do it for the first half of play. They're up by 8. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome.
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key. But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great confidence.
Okay, let's take a moment. That does it for halftime. Let's get...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. They set a pick. Driving in. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And the shot goes in. From deep. Takes the 3. That shot is off.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
For 3. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
That shot wide open. He's got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Count it.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
He buries it from 3.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Going inside. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
2 minutes into the second half of play now, and a nice finish on the layup. Now here's Brooks. He has 6. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Count that bucket.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Drops in the 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul, first team foul.
And he makes the first.
Number 32, taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Sinks it from distance. 9 points in the game.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And that one drops.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Got a hand on it.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Third personal foul, second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:19 left in the third. Brooks defending. Here's Nedovic. The 3 ball. Knocks down the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Lets the 3 fly. Clock at 6. With the clock winding down, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. That one no good. In transition, here they come. And he gets that one. 25 points in the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 12. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Three-pointer. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
I'm going to say he hasn't found the same success here in the second half compared to what we saw from him in the first.
They set the pick. Let's go with a three. And the three-pointer goes.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to McCormick. Here's Mirotic. Out to the wing. Pulls it. No good from the wing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Fires the three. Here's Nedovic from downtown. Gets the three ball to go.
They're holding a big advantage in second chance points.
Pass to McCormick. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Here's the pick. Pulls up. It's down. His seventh make in 13 attempts today.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Nedovic. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Launches it. Hits the trifecta.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
With the drive. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
From behind the arc. And no good. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:35 left in the final quarter. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. What do you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well. It's turned into a showdown here, dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
From the arc. They get the rebound. It's stolen away. Drives to the hoop. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The three. Buries it from three. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Three-pointer. Brooks with the rebound. This one for three. Nails it from three.
Shields. 3.
29 seconds left in the fourth. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Drills it from deep. 11 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires away from way outside. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on...
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brooks from outside. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. Pass to Balmoro. From deep three-point land. And rebounded by Davies. Inside. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Jones.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Brooks misses.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
On the basket by Jones.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Out to the right wing. Balmoro, the pass to Brooks. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
On the wing, Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Bonga. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
From downtown. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Balmoro. Defended by Jones. Here's Brooks. Pass to Balmoro. Shields. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And so Jones nails both of them. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Pass to Balmoro. No good with the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Bonga. And a miss there on the triple. Bonga's gone 1 of 4 so far. Brooks with the bucket. Brooks has got his second basket.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Shields, defended by Jones. That gives them the lead. 9 points in the game so far.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Well, he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Shields in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Bonga. Pass to Davies. Bonga deciding where to go with it. 15 seconds left in the first. Here's Milan, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
I like the decision to just rise up and fire. Milan showing a confident play there.
Shields. 2 on the clock. The shot, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Outside for Mirotic. Trains it from beyond the arc.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now, here's Washington, and he gets the bucket. Washington's got his first basket of the night. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Off on the layup. He's covered by Brown. Tipped away. Here's Mirotic into the lane. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Washington outside. Buries it from three-point range. Washington's got 5 now.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Pokusevski, and the 3 off target. And here's the break. Here's Quizaire. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Now, here is Mirotic. 5 points in the game. To the middle, here's McCormick. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Pokusevski. Off target from three-point range. And they're on the break. It's tipped.
And Poku really outsmarting the opposition that time defensively in the right spot.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's McCormick. A 3 for Mirotic. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 8.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
There's the screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Missed inside. just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Quizair. It's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Washington. He has 5. Shoots the 3. McCormick with the rebound. He's covered by Washington. Pass to McCormick. Off target from outside. Now, here's Washington. Bangs home the trifecta. Washington's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
He's covered by Washington. Here's Quizair. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from the elbow.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And he's good on the 3-ball. The visitors with the ball. Here's McCormick with the drive. The layup missed. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And that concludes halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Here's Balmaro. Count that one. Balmaro's got his first bucket of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Ntilikina looking it over. Pass to Davies. Pocket 6. Jones, no one around him. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Jones has got 8 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Shields, defended by Jones. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Out to Brooks from outside the arc. Davies grabs the miss. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense. Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, the team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
From the arc. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Shields, defended by Jones. Shields. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He's got 16.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Bunga. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now here's Brooks. D right on him. Here's Balmaro. Misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's good, 2 points. Bunga's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace.
The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Shields, defended by Jones. Shields, well-placed jumper from the free throw line. A tight game here in New York. Jones looking for an opening. Here's Davies. Oh. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Bonga the pass to Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Defended by Jones. Basket good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Davies. Outside, Jones. A three-pointer, no good. .44 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Brooks, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brooks has got 8 points.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
And the points coming for them now, Craig, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
It's deflected. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Jones. And the wing jumper offline.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Shields. And that one released in time, but no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Lakina out there with Jones. Then it's Jones. And it's Davies in at the 5 down low. Here's Bonga. They set the screen. He takes it in, and he dunks it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Davies. Oh!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Pass to McCormick. A 3 for Mirotic. Bonga pulls it in. Bonga's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
On the basket by Jones.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Looking to end the run. And Jones pulls it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. This goes here. And here's Miritich from beyond the arc. Davies grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Substitution on the court.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Jones. Here's Bonga. Screen by Jones. There's the drive. Bonga, no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Shooting for the away team. Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. Shields. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Now, here's Washington. Now, Pokuševski. And there's the drive. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And Poku just driving hard to the bucket.
Shields. It's good from long range. 25 points in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pulls up. Misses the jumper. Brown outside. Lets it go from deep. Traps in the tray. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Now, here's Washington. On the wing, Brown. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Shields. He's covered by Brown. Shields. Drains the three-pointer.
Shields. 3.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Pokuševski can't hit. Shields. He's covered by Brown. Shields. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the home team has possession. 10-point lead. Here's Pokuševski. A three-pointer off the mark. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.
to the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. What a beautiful Tuesday evening it is, folks. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Doesn't go for him. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Jones' shot is good.
Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And just about a minute into this first quarter. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Lets the three fly. On target from range. He's got 5.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Jones sets a screen. Jones, the pass to Jones. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Just over a minute and a half in. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 6. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Just 3 to shoot. Off target from 3-point range. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Home team foul. Davies. First personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's the 3.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
On the wing, Jones. Here's Ntilikina. Off target with the 3. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Defended by Jones. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. They set a pick. Into the lane. And he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Ntilikina. Six to shoot. The jumper from the wing off target. They've been keeping things close.
And now have a chance to jump back on top, B.A.
Home team foul. Bunga. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:03 left in the opening quarter. Here's the 3. Counted from distance. 7 points in the game. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Jones sets a screen. And Jones, good for 3. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Ntilikina misses. Here's the break. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. The first free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. The 3 is up. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Man, good to see Ntilikina square up from deep. Has the size and touch needed to knock home these threes.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Jones from outside. The shot no good. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Here's Lundberg. They set the pick. Launches it. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Here's Nedovic. The 3 is up. It doesn't go for him.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The 3 from Washington knocks it down from distance.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
It's good. Here's Lundberg. Oh, swiped away. And here's the fast break. And he throws it down with one hand.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Nedovic. It's stolen. And here's Washington. Offline with a 3. To the inside. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. Washington grabs the miss. To the wing, right side. Picked by Pokashevsky. No good from outside. Fast break, here we go. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Nedovic. Sends it home from three-point land.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
To halt the run, and Washington powers it through.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Launches a 3. No good. And that makes him 0 for 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Drains the triple. He's got 9.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
1:41 left to play in the second quarter. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Washington's got 7 points.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Driving inside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Washington outside. They set the screen. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Washington's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
He's guarded by Washington. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
4-3. That's no good. He's 0 for 4.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go. And it falls all over the rim and in. He's got 13.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pick by Pokashevsky. Washington inside. Yep, count it.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And teams play an average of what? 3 games in a week? So 3 good games in a row, all you really need. And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the home team. Thanks as always.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And it's Bunga in at the 3 spot. Here's Ntilikina. There's the screen. Driving to the basket. Got a piece of it. Here we go, 1-on-1. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Jones sets a screen. Fires from deep. Pure from 3-point range. Ntilikina's got 6.
It's really good watching Ntilikina work the pick and roll. The decision-making he displays continues to get better.
To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Jones grabs the board.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Jones from outside. No good on the shot.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
3-pointer. Sinks the tray. 6 points for him.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
From behind the arc. Bunga gets the bucket.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Here's Bunga. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Blocked! Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. They set the pick. Shoots. It's tipped. And they're running. The finish. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo, a monster jam from a guy who loves to drop the hammer.
I'm sitting here trying to think of anyone who likes to attack the rack more than this guy does.
Nobody that I can think of. That's part of what makes him go.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 6. And that one good.
And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
A minute 53 left in the third. Jones grabs the board. On the wing, Jones. He's got 7. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Jones has gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. On Thursday, just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And there's the screen. Puts it up from the high post. Second chance shot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for your home team.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
From downtown, buries it from 3. Jones has got 10 points.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
.44 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 2 points. That one goes. 17 points in the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ntilikina gets the bucket.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A tight one here in New York City. Jones sets a screen. Ntilikina, the pass to Jones, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Ntilikina working in the pick and roll. Fun to watch. Excels at firing passes through the defense right on time.
Over to the left wing. Bunga. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
There's a screen from deep. Washington grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
There's the drive. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Fires in the triple.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Picked by Pokashevsky. Here's Lundberg. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Second chance effort. No good at the rim. Washington outside. Here he goes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
They set the screen. Fires the three. He can't get it to go. Lundberg's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Here's Lundberg. On target from range. Lundberg's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Beyond the arc. That shot missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Now here's Jones.
2 minutes remaining.
There's a screen. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And a two-handed jam.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Here's Nedovic. They need this. Pure from three-point range.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Bonga gets the bucket.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
There's a minute 34 left in the game. Takes the three. Gets rebounded by Ntilikina. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Here's Bonga. Tries again, and yep, it's good. Bonga's got 4 points now in the quarter. Defended by Jones. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Jones sets a screen. Jones drives in, sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Pass to Ntilikina. $19 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. So the home the victory. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Shoots, buries the jump shot.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Cannon from long range knocks down the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Brooks. Here's Balmore. Back to Brooks. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Cannon. Six to shoot. For the three. That shot missing. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Takes a three. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5.
Well, you know Coach loves seeing the offensive game plan being executed to perfection.
Brooks grabs the board.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Shields drills it from outside.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
To halt the run. Offensive rebound. Three-pointer. Nedovic misses. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. That one goes in.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Balmore. Launches a three. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Pass to Nedovic. 2 points. That one goes.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Brooks, the pass to Balmore. Off target at the rim.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
Good on the triple.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You got to contest the shot better than that.
Shields fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. 10 points for him.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
They set the pick. Here's Cannon. And he drops it in from the low post.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the wing. Cuts off the pass. Pushing it up. Here's Nedovic. The three. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up by one. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Rebounded by Boy. Fast break, here they come. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And it's tied up with that one.
For the away team, Mitrovic.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Pass to McCormick. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Dos Santos. That one's in, his first shot this game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside Mirotic. Here's the screen. Takes the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Dos Santos. Here's Boy. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Mirotic. To the left side wing. Over to the left wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Mirotic has got 6.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
They set the pick. Dos Santos trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Over to the wing. Pass to McCormick. Outside for Mirotic.
Away team foul. Mitrovic. First personal foul. First team foul.
Off the inbound. Here's McCormick. Get that out of here. 3 on 3. 3-pointer. That one, no good. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. There's the screen. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Launches it. They get it again. Dos Santos sinks it after the cagey pump fake.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to McCormick. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Boy. Boy's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Just 5 to shoot. Dos Santos. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Mirotic. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. And that one drops. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Launches a 3, carries it from three-point range.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Bowling Boy.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Kalinic, and he's good on the 3 ball. One second left. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And that is it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. To the wing on the left. Here's Paul Morrow. Banked in off the glass. Paul Morrow's got his second bucket tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. No good on the triple. Here's Paul Morrow. There's a good screen. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 13 as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Cannon. Brooks covering. Five to shoot. No good on the shot. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Paul Morrow. Finished off the break. Paul Morrow's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Takes it inside, and it goes down 2 points. Paul Morrow's got 8 points.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
To the paint. They swipe it. And here comes the break. Shields. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Nedovic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Now here's Brooks. Intercepted. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. There's Cannon with the three. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
There's the pick. The alley-oop. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
It's a 6-point game. Out to the right wing. 1:49 left to play here in the third. The shot's good from Nedovic. Brooks with it. Takes a three. He misses the mark. He's now 6 of 8.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Balmar. He's got 8. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded close to the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. Shields. No good again that time. Here's Cannon. 5 points in the game. They set the pick for the lead. That shot off.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Pushing it up. Pushes it down to finish the break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Lets it go with the three. Can't knock in the three. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Up 1. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 3 to shoot. Dos Santos. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's McCormick. The tray. Rebounded by Bowling Boy.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Dos Santos. And the shot goes in. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Count that one.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Kalinic. A three-pointer is right on target.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. A three for Mirotic. Rebounded by Boy. Boy's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's a screen. Driving inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dos Santos. Brooks covering. It's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. 4 on the clock. Here's Mitrovic. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Shot to stop the run.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's the pick. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. 21 points in the game.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Pass to Ballmore. Shields connects from three-point range.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Takes the 3. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
There's 49 seconds left in the game.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Jacks up a 3. Stolen away. Here's the 3. Got it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game to the left wing. Kalinic. Count it!
And they still have a foul to give at this point. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
First personal foul. First team foul.
16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here.
2 shots.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. There's the 3. Knocks down the 3. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shields tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem...
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Bunga in at the 3. Off target at the rim. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
And Allie, thanks. Here's the break. Jones sets a screen. Bunga gets the bucket. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Jacks up a 3. And he buries his first look.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Jones to the paint. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Brooks. They set the pick. There's the triple. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. From the arc. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. To the middle. And he misses the go-ahead basket. 3-on-3. Balmaro grabs the board. Defended by Jones. Brooks outside. And stolen by Jones. Here's Ntilikina. Brooks defending. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Jones sets a screen. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Bunga. Jones from outside. Offensive board. Pass to Jones for 3. Nails it from 3.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Brooks against Jones. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. He's got 5.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Bunga. From outside the arc. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Ntilikina. Still without a bucket. On the wing, Jones. Brooks defending. Here's Bunga. Just 5 to shoot. Jones sets a screen. Shoots from the elbow. Here's the second effort. And it's good on the lay-in. Jones has got 7 points in the game.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
Back to Brooks. The 3. Out left to the wing. Balmaro drops in the 3.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Ntilikina. The three ball. Second shot opportunity. And it's Bonga missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
He nails it, and we're tied.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied. Quarter number 2 coming up. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Now Pokashevsky. He shoots it. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
There's a screen. He drops it from range.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Washington outside. Offensive rebound. Comes up empty down low. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Count it. Good.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
McCormick with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Hits the three-pointer. Washington's got his first 3 points of the game.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Mirotic. The shot. It's not going to go for him. Here's Pokashevsky. Three-pointer, no good. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. He takes it in, and the shot goes. He's got 5.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's the floater. Fires the 3. McCormick with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He's guarded by Washington. Here's Mirotic. Still no points. Sinks it from distance.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Powered down with both hands.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Picked by Pokashevsky. Washington outside. And 1:01 left in the first half. Three-pointer, 5 to shoot. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Pass to Mirotic. The 3. That shot off the mark. Now Pokashevsky fires for three. McCormick with a rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds in the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's a pick. Takes a 3. Counted from distance. Give him 8.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
To the right side. Jacks up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
That'll do it for the first half. They're up 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
The visiting team, 24.
This is a contest where sometimes you get guys who don't play much. So a lot of their best dunks happen in practice. Makes the evaluation.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the home team.
I have some research here.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Balmaro. Brooks outside. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. Unable to get that one. And it's Bunga in at the small forward position. Pass to Ntilikina. Off target from the wing. Balmaro passes to Brooks. And it's off from three-point range.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Jones sets a screen. Here's Bunga. Takes it inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's Bunga missing. Bunga has gone 1 for 4 from distance. Here's Balmaro. Blocked. There's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bunga's got 8.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Connects from downtown. He's got 11.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Pass to Balmaro. Back to Brooks. Drops in the layup for 2. Brooks has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Ntilikina. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Well, this right here is what Frank Ntilikina is working on. The pull-up jumper looking smooth.
And here's Brooks, defended by Jones. Jones against Brooks. From deep. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got rebound number 7 tonight.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Jones sets a screen. From outside the arc. Over to the wing. Three-pointer. Jones against Brooks. Doesn't go that time. And stolen by Jones. Outside Jones. Fires the three. Offensive board. On the wing, Jones. They set the pick. Lets the three fly. The shot off that time.
They're still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Defended by Jones. Releases from the wing and drills it. 13 points in the game. Jones sets a screen. Here's the three. Can't hit that one.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From the arc. The shot, no good.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. And they recover it.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Here's Ntilikina. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's McCormick. No good with a layup. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on, we're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's the pick. Lays it up and banks it in.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count.
Drills it from deep.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
Picked by Pokashevsky. And he drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
They set a pick. Here's Mirotic. Off target from outside. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
To the left side wing. Pass to Lundberg. Goes back up. It's Pokashevsky on the wing.
Away team foul. First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Here's Brooks. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Pass to Lundberg. Washington with the ball. Brooks defending. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, sometimes when you're 7 foot tall, folks, dunking is easy. Mr. Pokashevsky in prime position.
Here's Brooks. Count that one. Brooks has got 4 points in the quarter. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
And that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Let's go with a 3. And that one is hammered home.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Good on the bucket. Brooks has got 10 points in just the second half.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it. That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Pass to Balmaro. Inside. Just 5 on the clock. Drains the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Jones from outside. The shot no good.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And it's in there. Brooks has got 8 points here in the quarter.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Here's Jones. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
52 seconds left in the fourth. Money.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Three-pointer. They get it back. Jones, the pass to Bonga. Outside Jones. Takes the 3. Count it! And that one brings them within 1.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Brooks outside. Driving in. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And